Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the top interior design mistakes you should avoid to create a beautiful and functional space. You know, your home should be your sanctuary, a place where you feel totally comfortable and completely yourself. But sometimes little design missteps can throw off the whole vibe. Don't worry, I'm here to help you dodge those decorating don'ts and create a space that truly feels like you. Alright, let's talk color. I love a bold hue as much as the next guy, but too much of a good thing can quickly turn into a design disaster. Think of your color palette like a delicious cocktail. You need the right balance of ingredients to make it sing. Start with a base color for your walls, something neutral and calming like a soft gray, warm beige, or even a crisp white. This creates a clean backdrop for you to layer in those pops of color you love. Now, when it comes to adding those pops, choose 2 or 3 colors and stick with them. This doesn't mean everything has to be matchy-matchy, but keep the tones within the same family. For example, if you're drawn to blues and greens, you might choose a deep teal as your main accent color, with pops of sky blue and sage green in your throw pillows, artwork, and accessories. See how that creates a cohesive and calming vibe? And here's a little design secret. Using different textures can really make your colors pop. Think about adding a velvet throw pillow in your accent color, a chunky knit blanket in your base color, and maybe even a woven basket with hints of your secondary color. See how that adds depth and interest without overwhelming the space? Remember, it's all about balance, honey. Let's talk furniture, shall we? Whether you're moving into a new place or just looking to refresh your current space, choosing the right furniture is crucial. Because nothing throws off a room's mojo like a big ol' sectional crammed into a tiny apartment living room. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It just doesn't work. It's all about finding pieces that fit the scale and proportion of your space. Think of your room as a blank canvas, and the furniture as the paint that brings it to life. Before you even think about buying a new sofa or dining table, grab a measuring tape and get to know your room. This step is often overlooked, but it's absolutely essential. Measure the length and width of the room, as well as the height of the ceiling. These dimensions will serve as your guide, helping you avoid the common pitfall of buying furniture that's either too big or too small. This will give you a good starting point for figuring out what size furniture will fit comfortably. And by comfortably, I mean it should feel like the furniture belongs in the room, not like it's been shoehorned in. Now, when I say comfortably, I mean it should feel like you can actually move around the room without bumping into things. Imagine hosting a gathering and everyone can move freely without feeling cramped. Leave enough space between furniture pieces for easy traffic flow, at least 2 to 3 feet between a coffee table and sofa, for example. This ensures that the room feels open and inviting. And don't forget about visual space. The way furniture is arranged can make a room feel larger or smaller than it actually is. A room crammed full of furniture, even if it technically fits, is going to feel cramped and cluttered. It's like trying to read a book with too many words on each page, overwhelming and hard to enjoy. Sometimes less is more, darling. A few well-chosen pieces can make a stronger statement than a room full of furniture. Choose a few key pieces that you absolutely love and let them shine. These pieces will become the focal points of your room, drawing the eye and setting the tone for the entire space. And speaking of shining, don't be afraid to mix and match different styles of furniture. Combining different styles can create a unique and personalized look that reflects your individual taste. A little bit of eclecticism can add so much personality to a space. It's like adding a dash of spice to a recipe. It makes everything more interesting and flavorful. Just make sure there's a common thread that ties everything together, whether it's a shared color palette, similar materials, or a common design element. This will ensure that your room feels cohesive and well thought out. Remember, your home should reflect your unique style, so don't be afraid to experiment and have fun with it. After all, your home is your sanctuary. Make it a place that brings you joy and comfort every day. Chapter 3. Let there be light, illuminating your space. Alright, let's talk lighting because good lighting can make or break a room. It's one of those elements that can transform a space from ordinary to extraordinary. It sets the mood, highlights your favorite design elements, and makes your space feel warm and inviting. Imagine walking into a room that feels like a cozy hug, all thanks to the perfect lighting. The biggest mistake I see people make is relying solely on overhead lighting. While it might seem convenient, it often leaves the room feeling flat and uninviting. Now, there's nothing wrong with a good ceiling fixture, but you need to layer in different types of lighting to create depth and dimension. Think of it as painting a picture. You need multiple colors and shades to bring it to life. Think of it like this. Ambient lighting is your base, task lighting is your support system, and accent lighting is your highlighter. Each type of lighting plays a crucial role in the overall feel of your space. Ambient lighting is all about creating an overall glow in your space. It's the first layer of lighting that sets the tone for everything else. Think ceiling fixtures, chandeliers, and even floor lamps that cast a wide, diffused light. These elements work together to create a harmonious and inviting atmosphere. This is your foundation, your go-to for everyday living. Next up, task lighting. This type of lighting is essential for those moments when you need a bit more focus and clarity. This is all about providing focused light for specific activities, like reading, cooking, or working from home. It's the kind of lighting that helps you see clearly and perform tasks efficiently. Think desk lamps, table lamps, and even under-cabinet lighting in the kitchen. These lights are designed to provide direct illumination where you need it most. Finally, let's talk accent lighting. This is where you can really get creative and add a touch of personality to your space. This is your secret weapon for adding drama and highlighting your favorite design elements. It's the finishing touch that brings everything together. Think wall sconces to showcase artwork, picture lights to illuminate family photos, and even spotlights to highlight architectural details. These elements draw the eye and create focal points in your room. See how that adds depth and dimension to your space? By layering different types of lighting, you create a dynamic and visually interesting environment. Remember, lighting is like jewelry for your home, so have fun with it and don't be afraid to experiment. Try different combinations, play with colors and intensities, and see what works best for your space. The right lighting can truly make your home shine. Chapter 4, Wallflower No More, Embrace the Float. Okay, let's talk about furniture placement. Because nothing makes a room feel smaller and more awkward than pushing all your furniture up against the walls. It's a common mistake many people make, thinking that by doing so, they are maximizing their floor space. But in reality, this approach can make your room feel cramped and uninviting. I know it can be tempting to try to maximize floor space, but trust me, pulling your furniture away from the walls, even just a few inches, can make a world of difference. This simple adjustment can transform the entire feel of your room, making it appear more spacious and welcoming. This is called floating your furniture, and it instantly makes your space feel larger, more inviting, and way more dynamic. Floating your furniture creates a sense of flow and movement in the room, which can make it feel more lively and engaging. Think about it. When you walk into a room where all the furniture is hugging the walls, it creates this awkward, empty space in the middle, like nobody actually lives there. It can feel cold and impersonal, almost like a waiting room rather than a cozy living space. But when you float your furniture, you create more intimate conversation areas and define different zones within your space. This can make your room feel more functional and comfortable, encouraging people to sit down and relax. For example, instead of pushing your sofa against the wall, try pulling it out a few feet and placing a console table behind it. This not only creates a natural walkway, but also provides a convenient spot for decorative items or lighting. This creates a natural walkway and adds visual interest to the room. It breaks up the monotony of having all your furniture lined up against the walls and makes the space feel more dynamic and engaging. And don't be afraid to get creative with your furniture arrangements. Experimenting with different layouts can help you find the perfect setup that works for your space and lifestyle. Try angling a chair in the corner, placing a small table behind the sofa, or even using a bookshelf as a room divider. These small changes can have a big impact on the overall feel of your room. The key is to create a layout that feels balanced, functional, and reflects your personal style. Don't be afraid to mix and match different pieces of furniture to create a look that is uniquely yours. Remember, your home should be a reflection of you, so don't be afraid to experiment and have fun with it. Play around with different furniture arrangements, try out new ideas, and see what works best for your space. The goal is to create a living room that feels comfortable, inviting, and truly your own. Adding personal touches like decorative items, artwork, and plants can also enhance the overall feel of your room. These elements can add warmth and personality, making your space feel more like home. Ultimately, the goal is to create a living room that you love spending time in, a place where you can relax, entertain, and enjoy the company of family and friends. So go ahead, embrace the float, and transform your living room into a space that truly reflects your style and personality. Thanks for watching! If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more interior design advice. Remember, creating a beautiful and functional space doesn't have to be overwhelming. By avoiding these common design mistakes, you can transform your home into a stylish and welcoming sanctuary. So go ahead, unleash your inner designer, and create a space that truly reflects your unique personality.